What's up, y'all? It's greatness. Yes. And today I want to talk about how I was clinically diagnosed by some Coven and Cope members as somebody who needs to see a psychiatrist and needs to take medication, and somebody that's crazy. All because I decided to have a mind of my own, see things the way that I want to see it. But before we get into all of that, I want to talk about how my day went. Because the most interesting thing was I made it home. I was out. I made it home through the grace and will of God. I was protected, covered, highly favorable and blessed. Now what low was, somebody has the audacity to tell me that I have to bow down. No, hold on, wait a minute. Because I don't really want to get nobody's words mixed up or whatever. I want to talk about it the way, okay. As if you should. If you can't bow down, don't even hit me up like you forgot. Next time you gonna have to come with a fee, cause time is money and you wasting minds. Are you stupid? You live in the P's on public assistance. Chill out. You ain't even got no car. I'm a boss. I've been on my own. Like I said, it's privilege for me to even talk to your type. You're not the same person I knew, but you keep saying dumb shit. Your little ass apartment, I don't live like that. Like I said, I fucked with you because you used to be cool. Mind you, this is somebody who has no real value in life. This is somebody who, I got my own this and I got my own that. In fact, don't have a car. They self. In fact, living in peace they self. Listen, it don't even matter. At the end of the day, this is somebody who's not all the way there. Because for you to try to project on me, because in all reality, I'm not gonna be a sex object to you, is completely insane. Like, I'm just supposed to allow myself to only be somebody that you decide you want to sex on and smoke 2 blunts with. Come on, this is insane. Like, you gotta be bugging. This is a man, mind you, that never brought nothing to the table, never did anything. But I guess because I live in the peace or whatever my situation is, I am less than him, so he feel like he don't have to, do anything or put any effort into me. Oh my God, this is insane. I'm like, okay, that is cool, but yeah, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. Because there will come a day, my love, where you gonna have to look up to me. That's why there's no need for me to start getting all crazy or whatever, because, I do be, I talk my shit, but today, in that moment, it was really no need to go really in tune with the, like, back and forth when you already know. And then even with the, you're broke, this, that, and the third. One thing about me, I take pride in my narrative. Can't nobody try to make me feel any type of way. I'm gonna tell my story the way I want to tell my story. Like, while everybody's sitting up here worried about the material things, like, let's take away the material things and the money that y'all really think y'all have. What the fuck do y'all really got then at the end of the day? Mind you, all y'all do is try to copy people and everything. Like, for instance, the person who said all of this and bowed down to them and everything, I'm like, listen, your whole brand is a duplicate. Why you think I care about you? Like, that's down at third. Now, mind you, this is a brand. A brand. I don't know who that is. I don't know what happened, bro. Yeah, either way, that's 2018. They been lit. Like, they was popping back then. See? Mind you, the person, now that brand online hasn't really been active since like 2018. I don't really know what's going on or whatever. Like, I don't know what happened with the brand. Like, I did look into it. Like, they used to have like a trademark, but the trademark is not live. I don't know. Now, however, this is the copyright version of that brand. Same thing, name, only thing you doing is adding the city. Same thing, like, yes, you are a copyright. And wait, when did yours start? Hold on. November 2023, but he been around since like maybe 2022. Maybe it could be before that. Like, I'm not gonna take no credit from him, but at the end of the day, like I said, bro, your whole brand is a copyright. So I don't really know about you and the lifestyle of you and your Coven members that trying to make it seem like, I'm crazy and I need medication and all of this stuff. Like, and mind you, this shit all comes back to these fake ass family members of mine and the dog shit that they do, and I speak up on it, and then they try to make it seem like, that girl is crazy. She always saying some crazy stuff or some off the wall stuff or this or that. And guess what? That is true. I am going to say something. If I see something and I feel something, I'm going to say something, and I don't give a fuck. Like, for instance, this is my logo for my organization. I didn't make this logo. It was a family logo. Because this is supposed to be a family organization. in remembrance of my brother who got killed by the NYPD. Now, mind you, that is something completely motherfucking different. Do I be wanting to speak to like people in reference of that? Sometimes, yes, I do, but then sometimes it's like, why even bother? Every day since December 5th, 2024, I had to walk this journey alone. I had to go through this grieving process alone. The healing journey alone. Now, I may have ran into somebody here and there along the way, like, outside, or like, maybe decided to go see somebody here and there along the way, but for the most part, I was still alone, because even the people that I choose to like open up to somewhat amongst this journey, like that individual, you see how it turns out. People try to throw stuff in your face, and the whole thing about that is be stuff that I said previously to or about certain situations, and then it's like they try to take what you say and use it against you or whatever to make it seem like, oh, this, that, and the third, but whatever. Yeah, now back to this situation and this family logo or whatever. What y'all see is this. This is what y'all see. But then at first, that's what I was seeing too. Until the family pissed me off one day. And it wasn't even really pissing me off, like really bad, just pissed me off. And it's crazy because I was working on the album for my brother. I was going to produce it like an instrumental album in remembrance of him, and the picture that I made, I was going to put the family logo like in the center of it, so I couldn't find the logo. Okay, there I go lying. It's not that I couldn't find the logo. I didn't want to go looking for it, and I reached out to certain people in the family for them to send it to me for me to complete the album cover, and they wouldn't want to do it. So when they didn't want to do it, I said, okay, y'all playing with me, y'all playing with my brother. The cops killed my baby. They shot him 19 times. Y'all sitting up here playing like this shit is a game, and no part of me feel like this shit is a game right now. Okay. So then I said, fuck them. Now, I'm using a fucking logo, and I'm taking this fake ass family foundation shit out. It's just gonna be a foundation. Fuck the family. Baby, when I got to doing that, like removing certain letters and stuff, from this, because with like Canva and Adobe and all these other tools, creative tools that we can use to erase things, and we got this Apple Intelligence to like where you could touch it, bing, bow, it's gone or whatever. So I start doing. And when I start doing that, I start seeing some other shit. So now, not only did y'all piss me off, just why in the fuck would y'all try to tie this shit to my organization? And y'all know I'm not into what y'all into, and I don't care about what y'all care about. I don't move the way y'all move to. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything against anybody that do what they do. Anybody that want to be into a cult, coven, or whatever, by all means, who the fuck cares? Because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you, all this shit is the same. I don't know what the fuck y'all think y'all got going on, but everything is the same. Like, for instance, you have some people who is against everything. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Then you got the Christians. They all about the Christianity, and anything outside of that, they don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You got the Muslims. Islam is their way. However it go. Outside of that, it don't even matter. And so on. And so on. So, now, you got me. And I don't see things the way people see things. I don't do things the way people do things. I embrace who I am. I don't care. I embrace being unique. I embrace being weird. I embrace being whatever the fuck you want to call it, because I don't give a fuck. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure, I already know niggas is not who they are. But back to all of this shit being a motherfucking cult. Right? Now, you have, I said the religions, but then you have the Illuminati and all of these motherfucking other groups, firefighters, NYPDs, teachers, then you got fucking fake ass, well, not all of them, because some of them are stand up, like Masons and Eastern Stars and stuff like that. All of this shit is the motherfucking same. What do y'all think? Like, oh, because these people are over here and these people are over there, all that shit is the same. The Illuminati, all of this shit is the motherfucking same. So, people probably think I'm crazy and I need medication and I just say anything. I don't give a fuck, because at this point, and this is what the fuck y'all gonna say anyway, so I really don't give a fuck. Y'all motherfuckers is corrupt. This is who the fuck y'all are, and I don't really give a fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all know that, just so we clear. So wait. This is a video. Look, wait. Whoa. You see? When you start removing them motherfuckers, that family foundation shit, hold on. Shit start coming to light. Like, hold the fuck up. What the fuck is really going on here? Like, What the fuck is about to be brought to the motherfucking dog bitch? Cause what? So in the midst of all of this, that's when you start to see certain things. Mind you, that right there, that masked person, from my understanding, because you know they say a picture tell 1,000 words. My understanding may be different from somebody else's understanding. They may pick something else up. But this is why I love energy. This is why I love people with gifts. This is why I love people that have their own mind, can think for themselves. Because guess what? Who would have thought just by looking at this, you know, what the fuck was beneath the motherfucking surface? You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, me, the person that need to see a psychiatrist, and I need to take medication, because I'm always saying something that's out of line, always doing something. Mind you, we're going to talk about quotes, right? Before I get back to this and these cards, let me talk about another recent situation that I went through. So, last month, you got these weird ass bitches next door. These pick me, I just want to be down as bitches. You want to know why? Because they want to be with the family. Not knowing this is my shit. See, the problem is they want to, she crazy, this, that, and the third, because that's what narcissists do. That's what they do to people that hold light. Like, you know, they try to turn people against them when they can't beat them. Psychology, whatever, like, that's just how it go. Now, it's up to me. If I don't give a fuck what the world think and what anybody else think of. Y'all choose to allow people to manipulate y'all into thinking certain things about me or anybody else when me and anybody else didn't do anything to you, then that speaks way more about you than even the motherfuckers that's manipulating you. Weak ass, like, hello, the fuck? I give a fuck about you. This is why you one of the people that they won't remember your name. Like, you fall in that category. That one right there. But anyway, so, like I said, a few weeks ago, I'm out of school. I was working with this kid, and it ain't even about working for the money. That little boy gave me a real run for my money that day. Now, mind you, I already said a few moments ago, I'm healing, I'm breathing from the NYPD killing my baby. Shot him 19 times. 4 in the head. Mind you, he had a toddler in the car with him, and there was a mother of that kid in the car with him. So that's just all different type of trauma. Even if that kid wasn't mine, it's still a different type of trauma that I have to deal with and intake and process and live with. So even when I go in these schools around these kids, that's still a different trigger that I even happen to work through, being around these kids. Mind you, my brother was 21. The mother was no more than, 20-something. The baby was a toddler, so it don't really matter what age group I work with. As I'm on my healing journey, it's triggering, especially when I'm placed with a kid that has like behavioral issues or special needs issues because me, however, as somebody who been like going through certain things and misjudged her whole life and having to live with certain things myself, I understand that the difference between me and somebody that had to learn to process this thing over a certain amount of time and go through cycles, sometimes repeated cycles, or just whatever life had thrown at me for me to be able to get through it. But most of all, God, because without Him, I wouldn't have been able to get through anything because it's like everything and everybody turned their back on me. He was all I had. So when people start talking about you crazy, you seen certain things, and all I know is I had God and He led me in these certain directions and, you know, gave me certain downloads of information for a reason. I ain't got no choice but to stand on my faith and my trust in Him at the end of the day. But, yeah. Back to what I was going through with these other people. So, a few weeks ago, the school, the little boy, I work with the little boy, he gives me a run for my money or whatever. So, at some point during the day, he tells me, I'm going to get you out of here. Mind you, this little boy is him. And what I mean by he's him is him. And he's seen a group of boys that he didn't like and he had beef with. He went and initiated the smoke between him and them. And he was one of them that was a quick runner. So if you didn't catch him like right then and there once he took off, by the time you caught up to him, he was already turned up into something. He was one of them. So by the time I caught up to him, it was already a problem. Tables, chairs, everything being flipped. Like, you know, people standing back looking, and I'm just like, mind you, in the midst of trying to break this stuff up, you're getting hit, you're liable to get spat on, anything. So, you know, psychologically, that is triggering, especially when you have it, especially when I have my little moments of me about to black out, you know? So when I go through stuff like that or I experience that while working with a kid while I'm still healing, because mind you, this is something I go through alone. I don't really have support with any of this. Like, I really get through this alone. So when I experience that, I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna remove myself because at the end of the day, I know for a fact, if I'm not on 100, I'm no good for nobody. Kid, me, whoever. No good for nothing. It is what it is. Point blank, period. Okay. The little boy tells me, I'm gonna get you out of here. He goes, you's an alien and you talking to me. He said, I'm from Jupiter. Where are you from? He said, no. Where are you from? I'm from Jupiter. Where are you? And he drew like a little stick figure that looked like a little, not a stick figure, but he drew like a person and it kind of looked like one of the SpongeBob characters. He was like, yeah, this is me. I'm from Jupiter. Where are you? And then he drew a big one. He said, an alien is talking to me. An alien is talking to me. So then we was talking about like pigs and wolves and stuff like that. and he drew something. So we like, what is that? He like, oh well, that's the three pigs and that's the big bad wolf or whatever. The wolf come to kill a pig. I said, oh boy, I don't want to be one of the pigs. He said, why? Why? Why you don't want to be one of the pigs when you're gonna have to turn into one of the pigs, sacrifice yourself to kill the wolf? I like that kid, so now internally I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. You don't call me an alien. Told me I was from Jupiter. You told me you was gonna take me out of here. You told me I'm gonna have to turn into a pig, sacrifice myself to kill the wolf. And some other stuff you told me, but it don't really matter. It's just what? Okay. I don't want to be there. So then, another opportunity come for me to be like a bus para. So first they sent it to me, I accepted like no, somebody else got it. Okay, but it did tell me to reach out to like the principal and stuff at the school. So, I respond to them like, oh, I don't know what's going on. So then they was like, oh well, I don't know why they would send us two people for the same position or whatever, but we are looking for a para, and it would be yours if you're looking for a more permanent spot. Now, however, it's never a permanent spot with me. That ain't the problem. I have plenty of locations I can be at where I could have been the whole entire school year. See, the problem is the people in these motherfucking schools thinking they're gonna play with me. That is the problem. Okay, so asked if I wanted permanent location, whatever. I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't mind taking it. Let's see if y'all different. So now they wound up responding to me the next day, which was the Saturday. The position is yours. The other person turned it down or whatever. Cool. No problem. So then I wound up working at that school like 3 days before the actual position kicks in for me to be the bus para or whatever. I actually gotta go pick up a student from their home. So it comes a day where my first day as being a bus para now. Drops the kid home. They tell you not to talk to the parents, but we exchanged a few words and a sentence, and the words was like, that school was like a secret society, like, the way they run, they operate. So, in my mind, like my ass, that's who the fuck they are. Wound up emailing the lady that day. Because, in my mind, Ben wasn't sitting right, but my mom wasn't sitting right. And we're going to pick this up in the next video.